Welcome to this month's Minute with Victor, where Dr. Cotton answers your questions.
This month's question comes from a physician who writes, "Is a patient's informed consent legally valid if he wakes up after the procedure and doesn't remember the risks that I discussed?" Well, we know that most people don't remember. A study done by some cardiologists at Duke found that 6 weeks post-op, most people couldn't remember one risk or one benefit. And for those of us who've seen a patient, that result's not terribly surprising. Your question is whether it affects the validity of the consent, and the answer is that it does not. In order for someone's consent to be legally valid, we need two things. The patient has to be informed, and the patient has to consent. And by the way, that's why it's called informed consent. We inform, the patient consents, and the legal obligation has been fulfilled. Now, a month later, the patient may not remember the details, and it really doesn't matter. The law pivots on whether he was informed, not what he remembers. A few years ago, I borrowed some money to build a house, and before I signed the papers, my banker went over the terms of the loan, the interest rate, and so on, and he's legally required to do that. So after he shared all this information, after he informed me, I signed the papers and consented to the loan, and it all seemed pretty good. But you know, as I stand here today, I don't remember all the details of that loan. I'm sure I signed the papers, but if I don't remember, maybe it's not valid, and maybe I don't have to pay that money back. Of course, everyone knows that's not how it works. The legal issue isn't what I remember or what the patient remembers. It's whether we were properly informed and then voluntarily consented. Thanks again for listening. I'd like to take a moment to thank you for the many encouraging comments that we receive. I read each one and I greatly appreciate them. I'd also like to announce some exciting news. This fall, we're releasing some new online educational programs that are in video format and optimized so that you can view them on your mobile device. We're also hosting our first educational conference in Philadelphia this coming May. This will be a live CME event that we've planned in response to your suggestions. You can learn more about these programs here on our website, and I hope that you're able to participate. As always, I appreciate your support and thank you for listening.